There are some very important trends that we need to discuss when it comes to online video in today's Grow with Video Live show. We're actually going to be covering 5 of the huge trends you need to be paying attention to when it comes to growing your personal brand, growing your business, or starting and launching a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, Instagram. All of that is happening this year. Plus, we're going to be talking about opportunities with monetization, and I'm going to be welcoming Heather Torres and Omar El Takori to discuss the need to know information for winning with video in 2022. All of that and more is coming up on today's Grow with Video Live show. What is up? Sean Cannell here, and I am so fired up to talk about 5 huge trends that you need to be paying attention to this year in the online video space. This is episode 001 of the pop-up show called the Grow with Video Live show. We are weeks away from the #1 video marketing event for building your personal brand happening in Las Vegas and online. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But as we count down over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be bringing you some powerful guest speakers. We're going to be bringing you some powerful strategies and actionable information so that you can get an edge with video this year, make more money, build your business, get more followers. And I'm excited because this particular episode is packed full of data-backed new trends that we got to pay attention to if we really want to get an edge in a changing video landscape. And so we're talking about 5 huge video trends you need to know for 2022. Click the like button if you're fired up. And I'm excited to welcome to the show Omar El Takori and Heather Torres on the Think Media team. We'll get into trend #1. But Omar, what are you looking forward to, or how are you just feeling about video in 2022?
No, I definitely think it's a funny reality because I got into video like 15 years ago, and just when I thought it kind of was what it was, it's now just gone bigger and bigger. And I like to use the illustration of cursive when we used to learn cursive back in school, and they've actually not, they don't teach cursive no more. If you didn't know that, which is crazy because it took up so much time when I was going to school. But now I believe video is a new form of communication that more and more people need to learn. You need to learn how to look into a lens. You need to learn how to clip on a mic to your shirt or what have you. But I'm just so grateful and excited to be a part to play in an effort to help these people, help you learn the art and the communication skill of video. But that's what makes me so excited about it, is the ability to just help as many people as we possibly can. And that's why I love being here at Think Media.
And if you're just joining the show, shout us out where you're watching from, and good to see you from the Philippines here. Heather, why are you pumped on a macro level for video in 2022?
I think for me, when it comes to video in 2022, it is an opportunity to have free access to get your message out there. If you have a small business, if you have a brand, if you're trying to build something online, you now have access through understanding this medium of just pressing record, where you can be reaching the right audience for free. I mean, FREE is like my favorite thing ever, but it's getting over your comfort zone. It's pressing record. And I'm excited for video in 2022 because I believe that there are more people online right now that need what you have. And so I'm excited to jump into some of 5 of these trends that are happening. But for me, it is that you could reach the people you want to reach for free. Sean, you talk a lot about how your grandfather was a dentist, and he would be blown away by the impact that we could have today in 2022 to reach our target audience, to reach the people we want to reach for free using the power of video.
Yeah. And really, the truth is that, of course, there's some huge enemies that we have to overcome. That's, competition, that's complexity, that's how do we stand out. And as you subscribe and stay connected to the Grow with Video Live show, we're going to be sharing really some tactics related to that. But I'm excited to get into this first trend, which is, video everywhere now. I mean, the first trend, before we get into some nuanced things, is the fact that video is really everywhere right now. right? And that we've seen that across social media platforms, video is becoming the dominant form of communication. Here's an article from quickframe.com, and it says that video will be the dominant communication currency on social media, that this year, video is going to crystallize as the dominant way we communicate online. We consumed video at unprecedented levels last year, and it just continues to increase. Online video is growing faster than ever. Cisco reported that by 2022, online video is going to make up 82% of all consumer internet traffic. That's 15 times higher than what it was in 2017. And I know it may feel like video won't or can't continue to grow, but it is. Is competition increasing? Yes, but consumption is as well. Is there still opportunity for you? Yes. 15 times growth. Whenever I think about, hey, is that a business I want to start or is that a sector I want to be in? I want to ask myself, is the sector growing? And online video is continuing to explode and to be the dominant form of media across all platforms. Social media is going video first. Web searches for TikTok are still skyrocketing in 2022, and it has grown 9,500% over the last 5 years. And we're seeing Instagram go video first. TikTok, of course, is video first. YouTube is a video first platform. LinkedIn is adding reels to their plethora of video opportunities and live streaming opportunities. Facebook has added reels. YouTube is the second most visited website online, only second to Google. And so video is really everywhere now, and it's really taken over. So I'm kind of just curious, Omar, Heather, we've had the privilege of really being in this industry in different ways for over 10 years now. And is video, did you predict this? Did you see this happening? Is this what you expected? And what do you think about the growth of just video across platform? What are your thoughts, Omar?
Man, honestly, I would say I thought photo would do its own thing and video would do its own thing. And we are finding even on Instagram, photographers having to create videos around their photos. Like I didn't see, I would say I didn't quite see this coming. I think Sean saw it coming. That's why he started Think Media. And he's like, well, this is going to be what's NFTs? No, video. If you want to talk about NFTs, you're going to talk about NFTs on video. But nonetheless, I didn't see it coming, but it's so crazy to see even like what Sean said, that photo driven platforms like Instagram have really accustomed to what people want. And I think that's just something to know, that video is everywhere, is because video is what people want. And so something to know is that's what the heart behind every platform you choose to build on is coming from a place of the platform giving people and audiences what they actually want. I don't know if you've ever fell into a video trance of, whether it be on Instagram or on TikTok or even on YouTube. You can just look back and it's like, dang, 2 hours just went by. What did I just do with my time? But it's insane. It's insane to see all that's happening when it comes to video.
100%. And another thing that we're noticing under this trend number one out of these 5 trends, and also stick around until the end of the video because we have a bonus trend number 6 for you. But video is touching every part of the customer journey. And so, you wouldn't be here on one of our Facebook pages or on our Think Media podcast channel if you didn't understand that video is everywhere and is important. But I want to encourage you, this is such a skill to learn, because what we've learned is that video is literally everywhere in the customer journey, everywhere in online business. Video is this live stream. Video is Zoom for our Zoom meetings. Video is pre-recording a Loom, Loom, or a Slack video. Video is in Volley, which is like a coaching Slack platform. Video is vertical. Video is in direct messages. Video is inside of our online courses, our onboarding videos, our ads. Video is literally everywhere. And the challenge is, okay, how can I learn the nuanced best practices of video in all these different places? And of course, we're going to be covering that in subsequent shows and at our event coming up soon in Las Vegas. But video is touching every part of the journey. And so if you haven't already gone all in on video, now is the time. And let me know in the comments, where are you publishing video? Is it just YouTube? Are you on multiple platforms, and what platforms are you focusing on the most? And are you also using video in a lot of other contexts? Do you use video for work? Are you finding that you're in video conferencing? Have you maybe created an online course? What are some of the maybe the obscure or lesser known areas video is touching your world? Let us know in the comments. But trend number 2 is the rise of short form video. This is massive. The demand for short form video is growing. And aside from TikTok, short form video is also popular on platforms like YouTube, Snapchat, and Instagram. But friends, short form is taking over. I would really seriously be asking, what is my short form video strategy? I would seriously be asking, if you haven't yet, how can I start incorporating short form into my workflow? If you're just on YouTube, YouTube Shorts is the thing to be thinking about. But as I mentioned earlier, it's getting a little overwhelming. And we have some tips coming up later in this video for that. But literally, there's Facebook Reels, LinkedIn Reels is coming. There's Instagram Reels, short form. There's TikTok, of course. There's YouTube Shorts. And short form video, typically, we're seeing it as vertical video that's less than 60 seconds. But the world's crazy because TikTok allows 10 minutes or 15 for some accounts, 5 for our official Think Media account. Instagram Reels could be 60 seconds. Maybe your account's only approved for 30 seconds. Regardless, short form is everywhere. And friends, here's what you really need to lean in on. It is a massive opportunity for discoverability and growth. I'm talking to some of our Growth Video Live speakers that one is going to let me know if she's able to come. She grew 10 million subscribers in 4 months, 10 million followers in 4 months on TikTok. Can you imagine living in a world where you could go from 0 to 10 million followers in 4 months? What are we talking about? And on a much more practical level, because that's unicorn results, there are so many people in our community getting 10,000 views, 25,000 views, 55,000 views by repurposing YouTube videos and putting them on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. So let me know, have you created a short form video yet? You know, the movement of shorter lengths has manifested itself in the advertising as well. Listen to this. 15-second TV ads are about 75% as effective as 30-second commercials at half the cost. So this is, you're probably not running TV ads, but think about this. Here's the takeaway. We have to learn how to communicate in short form. Can you tell your message? Have you consolidated your message and messages for your brand, your personal brand, into as short as 15 seconds? Not only that, they're 75% as effective. So your message doesn't need to be long to be lethal if you learn the skill of short form video. And on most social media platforms, ad placements don't allow video lengths longer than 15 seconds. So really learning, for some of us, this is hard because we're used to longer form video, and we are paying heavy attention at Think Media to 15-second or less pieces of content and seeing how powerful they can be in a paid ads environment, in an organic vertical video growth environment. But let's go a little deeper on this short form video. And I'm curious because I know, you know, even we feel just like you. We feel like, oh, shoot, man, there's another thing to learn. You know, maybe you prefer longer form content. But friends, when change is happening, it's really smart to redirect your sails to catch where the wind is blowing. If there's a stream is going to, you know, rather than trying to paddle upstream against the trends, it's smart to let the current take you into growth and revenue and impact. I'm curious, Heather, just your emotions around this short form movement, more things to do, but also the opportunity you see.
Yeah, I was just gonna hit on that, Sean, is that, you know, even as a content creator, someone who is actively in video, to me, sometimes it does feel like, it's just one more thing. But I think one thing that I've discovered over the last year or so when it comes to short form content and seeing different types of creators is that short form content allows you to be massively creative. You don't actually have to dance in short form video. I'm not a dancer. It's not for me, but you can be punchy and educational. I've been studying different short form creators who are using just very simple tweets. They're just reading their tweets. You know, there's so many ways that you can be really creative in a very short period of time. And actually, I love, Sean, that you brought up that, commercials that are 15 seconds. Really, short forms are a type of commercial for your brand. When I think about Brock Johnson and Shalene Johnson, they are creating content, short form reels and TikTok videos that are helping people come into their audience. When I think about Alex and Layla Hermosi, some speakers, some keynote speakers at our Growth Video Live event, they are blowing up their personal brands just by answering specific questions and bringing people into their world for the deeper level content. So if you're like me and you love going live or you love making long form content, just be thinking about the strategy of the short form in that it can be like a commercial for your audience. And I think what's really fun about short form video is that, it is, you can make a lot of it in a short amount of time. One thing that Sean and I are doing is I'm writing out the next 20 reels that I want to make on TikTok and shorts. And I can make all of those in one day versus, when I'm thinking about making a full-on YouTube video, I can maybe make one or two sitting down for a session. So I'm excited about the movement of short form content. I consume a ton of short form content. I find myself scrolling on reels all the time. And I think it's a really great way for us to be able to add more creativity to what we're doing in our video creation to grow our businesses and brands.
I agree 100%. And, if you want help navigating this online video world and some of these newest formats, we're going to get into trend 3 and 4 and 5 here in just a second. But I want to shout out Jessica. She's already coming to Growth Video Live happening in Vegas, already has found an awesome roommate and she's fired up. If you haven't heard about Growth Video Live yet, check out this quick video and then we'll be back with the rest of the trends.
Do you want to get in the room with experts like Gary Vaynerchuk, Patrick Bet-David, Vanessa Lau, Pat Flynn, Shalene Johnson, and more? And would you like to meet hundreds of other creative entrepreneurs just like you? Well, then do not miss the chance to get around creators and business influencers at Grow with Video Live 2022 conference. You can actually lock in your limited discounted tickets at growwithvideolive.com, or you can click the link in this post or in the description. Now, if you want to learn the best new strategies for getting views on YouTube and the most proven and profitable ways to grow online, then do not miss this life-changing event. You can join us in person in Las Vegas or virtually from around the world. Secure your ticket at growthvideolive.com and take the fast track to dominating the next decade, not just with YouTube, but with video. Go to growthvideolive.com or click the link in this post or in the description to secure your limited time discounted ticket.
Yeah, we're so fired up for Grow with Video Live. And here's the thing, as a viewer of the Grow with Video Live show, we have a code for you if you want to snag a 5% off discount of any ticket level, whether virtual or in person. Just use the code GWVL show. That stands for Grow with Video Live show in the coupon code box when checking out at growwithvideolive.com, and you can see all of the details there. But I want to keep it moving and get you these trends. Next up is trend 3. Place your bets on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Speaking about short form video, of course we love YouTube. It's interesting talking to some of my most influential TikTok friends, again with millions of followers. They still say that YouTube is absolutely the most valuable subscribers. It's the most valuable platform. A lot of people who have breakout success on TikTok like to then move that over and try to navigate that over to, if you will, the more established and if you kind of respected solid foundation of YouTube. But when I say trend 3, place your bets on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, I am talking about in a short form context. We have had some crazy things happen at Think Media. Our most viewed video at Think Media is a YouTube short. We hit 7 million views. Nolan Molt made that video. We recently had, right now, our official Think Media TikTok channel is really just repurposed content, some original content from others on the team. But if you see this, one YouTube short got 6 7.5 million views and is still getting 124 views per hour. It's brought something like 30,000 new subscribers into our channel, one YouTube short on YouTube. On TikTok, we had a TikTok breakout, 700,000 views, repurposing some content from one of our recent leadership retreats. And so the powerful thing here in trend number 3 is that when creating vertical content, you can post it multiple places. So the 750,000 viewed TikTok was also something that we placed on Instagram Reels. And over here on Instagram Reels, we are getting 9,000, 4,000, 10,000, 56,000 views. And that same video was also shared or will be shared as a YouTube short on our Think Media channel. You know, one of the things we're going to be sharing with you in this show is secrets like just kind of our own strategies. We're going to start posting 2 shorts a week. And what we're going to do is just look through our winners over here and just be like, okay, this got 12,000. If it's on brand for our YouTube channel, why not post this video as a YouTube short as well? Schedule upload on the weekend. Good title. And so place your bets on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. There's other platforms. We love all the platforms, but I think that's something really to pay attention to. Omar, I'm curious. I mean, you're also hip, contemporary. You're on the pulse. Like,
I got single origin coffee in my chemist cup like right now.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. And so what are your thoughts as far as, I mean, you have a pulse on looking at kind of where Gen Z's mindset is, you know, on the emerging platforms. And when we're talking about huge video trends, what are your thoughts on those 3 and maybe other ones we should pay attention to?
No, I mean, I think what I see is happening is that it's really this merge of entertainment and education, and edutainment is being merged in the form of video, and that's why this is really popping off, because like people are getting entertained. But that's where you can kind of separate. If I could just simplify kind of like the way you can see it all. So like we said, video is everywhere now, but place your bets on these 3, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I would encourage you to view social media and YouTube as a service machine and not a slot machine. I'm finding a lot of entrepreneurs are just like their reason for jumping on is like, I want to do it to cash in quick. When the reality is, it's like, no, you should want to do it so you can just serve people. The people that are really growing fast, that I find that are building their brand and their businesses, is they're actually using these platforms to serve and educate and show and document and let people into their business. And that's how you can actually make it work for your business and brand is by providing value to whatever platform you're on. So I would say that's just one way to look at it. That's kind of like where I'm coming from. Like, how can I serve in shorter amount of time? You know, you just got to be more intentional with the smaller, with shorter videos. And, you know, there's this funny stat that like human beings have like shorter attention spans than a goldfish. Like goldfish got like a 10-second attention span and we have like an 8-second attention span. But it's kind of like also encouraging, because now you just got to focus on how you can bring so much value in a short amount of time. And if there's ever bleed over, there's more content that you can create. And so I think it just provides more opportunities, and wherever there's more opportunities, it allows more people to jump in. And I'm impressed at the people who just show up consistently and how fast they're going in short amounts of time. And so I think it's just coming up with strategies that allow you to be consistent on these platforms. And I'm excited to talk about how we can do that for you and how we do it here at Think Media.
Yeah, and some good questions coming in here. How do you search a person on Reels? I don't see a search bar for that. So the cool thing about, you know, Omar just touched on it. You kind of got to trust us if you haven't tried it. The organic growth, because of the algorithm, specifically on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, is it's not search based. It's actually algorithmic discoverability, oftentimes based off their interest graph, meaning TikTok is studying you and they find that you like all snowboarding content. I get recommended snowboarding videos all the time, snowboarding reels. Or you like business content. I get recommended business content. So maybe I haven't heard about somebody that is a coach or has products or services or a software company. And next thing you know, I can become a customer of theirs, right? Because it all starts with meeting them on Reels. They've got a book. they've got software. And so it works for any niche. It can work from entertainment, education, edutainment, infotainment. And so it's really not search based. It's the fact that you're creating smart content and you're getting discovered and growing following with that. In fact, one of the examples that I want to encourage you to follow and you can even learn from. But if you didn't know, we launched an account called Official Think Media. And so we finally, not just my personal brand, but we now have a team brand Instagram account, highly recommended, Official Think Media. You can kind of watch what we're doing over there. And it's not just me, but you can learn more from Heather and Omar, the Think Media team. But I want to encourage you, yes. Do we have a pre-existing following? Absolutely. Could we like email our newsletter and let them know about this? Yes. So it's not like we started from scratch. But here's the thing. We did start from scratch. I mean, we started at 0. And I haven't shouted it out much or even at all on my Instagram. It has grown organically. But here's what's also crazy. The views on the reels of this account are better than my personal account, which is a little bit older. And so we're getting 11,000, 10,000, 12,000 views, 8,000, 15,000. This isn't search based. This is a brand new account on its way to 10,000 followers, leveraging mostly short form vertical video. And the same is true if you're on TikTok. Check us out at Official Think Media on TikTok. And so I want to encourage you. You don't think of it as search. You think of it more as creating the right content that would get you in front of your ideal audience and the discoverability here. And then one other quick question as we go into the next trend. Delvin says, why not post all of your reels on YouTube? In our case, for some, that might be smart to do. In our case, we're asking a couple things. Sometimes I talk like heavy personal development and less YouTube, and that might not quite be on brand for our Think Media channel. So I would ask, does this reel honor the promise that our YouTube channel has made? If it does, I would argue, don't potentially put a limit on it. 2, because Think Media in our case has built such a consistent promise of longer form, high value content, 5 uploads a week. My new goal is to get to 7 uploads a week, 2 shorts a week, and to just put the best of the best there. So to test the short form content elsewhere. And that's why not do all of them. If I test 5 a week, what are the winners? And especially now we can go back a couple months and we're going to schedule out the next 8 weekends all at once. When it comes to the winners of our vertical videos in the past. So that's a little bit of insight into our strategy. Smash like if you're enjoying the value in the Grow With Video live show today. We're talking about 5 trends. We actually have a bonus 6th trend that you got to pay attention to in online video this year. Trend 3 was place your bets on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. But trend number 4 is new monetization opportunities. My friends, it is a fact now that being a content creator is the fastest growing small business type. And the data is in for this. And I know that in a world of rising inflation, and I know that it also, this seems crazy in our mindsets. We go, oh man, there's no way this thing could last. If the bottom really falls out, what's going to happen to all the content creators? Well, the smart content creators, which we call content entrepreneurs, the smart YouTubers, which we call YouTubepreneurs, are understanding that no matter what happens to the economy, e-commerce is not going away. Online shopping is not going away. If you've created multiple income streams, what has really just happened is that entertainment and education, QVC, which was once on TV and still is, has moved online and is also Amazon Live, like my friends that are making bank doing Amazon live streams. You probably didn't even know Amazon Live was a whole thing. We're talking video goes deep. What smart content creators are understanding is that this is where people are getting their information. This is where people are making buying decisions. This is where people are shopping, and people are going to shop no matter what. And so is there potentially tough times ahead? Absolutely. But the trends and the growth of e-learning and e-commerce and advertisers paying you through the TikTok Creator Fund and through YouTube ad revenue, it's just here. It's happening. It's not going away. And it's the fastest growing type of small business. And so this next decade is going to be the best decade on the creator economy. There's now 2 million global creators making 6 figures. from one study from Signal Fire. This is the rapid rise of being a content creator is financially lucrative. And technically, creators come into the category of small businesses. Okay. And that's actually how I want you to be thinking if you haven't started thinking. And we're going to go really deep on this at Grow a Video Live. Jay-Z said it best. I'm not a businessman. I am a business man, right? You're building the business of you. You're building your personal brand. You're diversifying your personal brand across multiple platforms. And so there's massive new opportunities. Sponsored influencers are worth $8 billion today. Forbes predicted that just this year alone, there's going to be 5x growth in the revenue flowing into the creator economy. Now, that didn't maybe hit as hard as it should have. You may need to set down your Chick-fil-A milkshake and pull your car over, because ultimately 5x growth on an already multiple billion-dollar industry in just the next 9 months is insane. I hope you've hitched your wagon to this gravy train. I hope that you've hitched your horse to this apple cart. I hope I can come up with a third analogy on this. Just kidding. In terms of this is real. And I mean, I'm not trying to be hype filled about it. This is just what is happening. These are the huge trends that are happening in online video right now. And so it's a smart bet to be leaning in on this. 22,000 YouTube creators have more than 1 million subscribers. And here's what I want to encourage you with. I know it can really feel like, man, it's too late to get in the game. Man, it's too late to start and break out. Man, there's so much competition. But I just kind of have one insight for you that will prove how much opportunity there is, how big the world is, and how diversified audiences are. You probably didn't know there's 22,000 YouTube creators that have 1 million subscribers, and you probably can't list 10 of them, right? Like, you might not even follow anybody that has 1 million subscribers because you like more niche, hobby, specialized content. That's the world we're living in. Seth Godin calls it the long tail. There's so much opportunity in the long tail, and we're learning this with even some of our speakers at Grow a Video Live. For example, we have Patrick Bet David coming. Let me know if you've ever heard of PBD from Valuetainment. He's the #1 entrepreneur channel on YouTube, over 3 million subscribers, one of my favorite business leaders, content experts, his book, The Next 5 Moves. So PBD is one of our speakers. I've talked to other speakers. They go, I don't even know who that is. Right? Well, 3.5 million people do, right? Alex Hormozi is another one of our speakers. He sold 100,000 copies of his book, $100 million Offer, with no advertising. His YouTube channel grew by 100,000 subscribers in the last couple of months. You've probably never heard of him. And so here's my point. We have thousands of students in our Video Rate Kit Academy and whatnot that you've never heard of that have 6-figure businesses. They're making $300K a year. Some have $1 million businesses. Some are making an extra $10K a year. The long tail is so huge when you start to see how big the world is, how big small groups of niche passions are, people that want to learn about a specific thing. This is why Gary Vaynerchuk, one of our keynote speakers, wrote a book 10 years ago called Crush It, Why Now is Time to Cash In on Your Passion, and really started to point towards the opportunity to create a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, an Instagram account around that thing you're passionate about, that very specific thing, and to build a full-time at-home business with 1,000 true fans. It's just so real. And this is what the data is showing us. 22,000 YouTube creators have more than 1 million subscribers. So hundreds of thousands have less than 1 million. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands have 5,000, 10,000. Do you see, and you don't know even a fraction of them. Your neighbor might be YouTube famous, but that's just Joe. Oh yeah, I didn't realize Joe was on. This is the world, and it's not slowing down. It's only speeding up, but you got to go all in to learn, the strategies and ways of making money. So sites like Memberful, Buy Me a Copy, LibraPay are new means of content creators generating revenue. And of course, you may have heard you could write ebooks, make online courses, Patreon, Twitch, getting paid for tips, all kinds of super chats and super stickers and channel memberships on YouTube. It makes your head spin. But friends, there's so much opportunity. And that's really trend number 3 is there's new monetization opportunities happening all the time. The Shorts Fund, the TikTok Creator Fund. And so this is going to be one of the biggest topics we go really deep on at Grow with Video Live. In fact, if you haven't heard about it yet, we have Anthony O'Neill speaking and Jasmine Star, Patrick Bet-David, Gary Vaynerchuk. What's fascinating is these individuals are also really the best of the best in the industry, but they're doing different way. They have different business models. They have actual service businesses. They are best-selling authors. They run an insurance company. They have photography businesses. They have diet plans and health and fitness brands. They have all kinds of different things. So if you really want to learn in 2022 and getting set up for this next decade and how to build a high impact and high profit online business with video, across platforms, then this is the event for you. And what's cool is you could attend virtually or you could come in person as well. We have limited seating, obviously, in Las Vegas. But because you're a Grow with Video Live show watcher, I want to encourage you. GWVL show is the promo code to get 5% off. And you can learn more about everything at growwithvideolive.com. But I've got trend number 5 for you and bonus number 6. I want to hear more from Heather and Omar. I want to answer some of your questions. But Heather is going to tell us a little bit more about, if you're just hearing about Grow with Video Live, let me know if you've heard about it yet, because, this is biggest event of the year, maybe in the online video space. And you might be like, I haven't even heard of it. Kind of speaks to how big the world is, right? So let me know if you've heard about it. And then Heather, let us know some of the details about this event.
Yes. And someone was asking, you can go to growwithvideolive.com if you want to secure that ticket. The code right now is GWVL show, and that will get you that discount. And when you get over to that page, you enter in all your information, enter that code, and when you add it to your cart, it will apply that discount for you. So that's how you get that discount to the event. And we have some amazing speakers, like Sean just said, and we actually just added new speakers this week as well. You're going to be hearing from Erin On Demand, who went from a content creator to a CEO, and she's growing her business. She's going to be sharing how she was able to do that. We've got Evan Carmichael, who has been able to explode on YouTube, sharing other people's content. He's going to be helping us with that. And then also Anthony O'Neill that Sean just mentioned, who was actually a part of the Ramsey family. If you know Dave Ramsey, he was part of that Dave Ramsey family and has really grown his personal brand, helping people through video and podcasting. So you can join us live in Las Vegas. Hello, who's excited for Las Vegas? Live in Las Vegas for May 23rd and 24th. And we have a bonus day on the 25th for our Platinum Day participants. You can join us at the M Resort and Casino. And what I love so much about this hotel, first off, isn't this hotel cool, Omar? I mean, look how cool this hotel is. The M Casino is so cool. And Omar, we're going to be having a pool party. Did you know that? A pool party at the M Resort?
Like right there?
Like right there.
That's going to be fun. No, I'm excited. It's kind of funny because it's like, this is our backyard. A lot of us here at Think Media, we're based in Las Vegas. But no, it's going to be such a vibe. And I'm excited to meet a lot of the people who are in our comments or a part of our community. But yeah, you definitely want to look into those different, ways of signing up for this event, because a special group of people are only going to be able to come to that VIP party at the pool.
Yes. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a poolside party there. There's going to be so much networking available for you. We've really, we've been to hundreds of events ourselves. And one of the things we know that our community, you, Think Media community, have been asking for is opportunities to connect with other entrepreneurs, other people who are growing their personal brand with videos. So we're going to be giving so many opportunities for you to be able to network with like-minded entrepreneurs, which to me is the best rooms to be in. When you are in a room with people that you can totally vibe with because they understand what you're doing. And we are offering in-person as well as virtual experience options. We understand that some people right now don't want to travel or can't travel. So you have that option for the virtual. But if you can get in the room, I want to encourage you to get in the room for Grow with Video Live 2022. It's going to be an unbelievable experience. You're going to walk away with tangible and actionable steps for how to be growing your business from top leading industry experts. And you can use the promo code GWVL show to get that 5% off at growwithvideolive.com. But Sean, I'm excited to hear the next stat or the next part about video?
Yes, we've been covering video is everywhere. We've been covering short form video, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You got to place your bets there, new monetization opportunities. But trend number 5, before we get into our bonus trend of trend number 6, is video podcasting. Video podcasting. And this is a big one. And I really want you to seriously consider how you could incorporate video podcasting into your strategy. And so, video podcasting is interesting because some of the trends we're seeing, even among YouTube, is that YouTube is making moves right now to incorporate podcasting into their platform. Maybe there'll be an RSS feed there as well. But what is a video podcast? Well, ultimately, a video podcast, we know audio podcasting. Of course, you can upload on Apple and on Spotify. But even Spotify allows you to upload a video podcast. And you can have that feed as well. Not only that, you can, of course, go on Android, and there's a litany of platforms and different tools that allow you to broadcast your message multiple places. But the power of video podcasting is simply turning on the camera and doing a solo round, or interviewing guests using tools like Zoom or StreamYard and having an interview show, and also creating that video asset that allows you to distribute your podcast on YouTube. And video podcasting is a massive trend. And one of our speakers, Pat Flynn at Grow Up Video Live, years ago said, I really like audio. And he's got a really strong point here. I like audio only because it allows you to focus, on audio only, and it allows it to just be kind of that experience. But I was just at another event with him, and I said, Pat, do you still have the same views about audio only and podcasting? He said, no, my view is different. Video is too important. It's too big. Another one of our friends, Carrie Newhoff, who has a kind of a faith-based leadership podcast. Again, he interviews all his guests on Zoom, and he just started throwing those videos on YouTube. It wasn't even his main point. His main point was audio, but now he has over 10,000 subscribers. Some of his videos have gotten 2,000 views. Some have gotten 75,000 views over time, because YouTube's a search engine, because you can actually, publish your content, not just in audio, tapping into a whole nother vertical of reaching people and spreading your message further, but you also can leverage video as well. So I'm actually kind of curious, Omar is, we would call him our resident video podcasting expert. In fact, I'm going to do a test in real time in front of everybody. I'm going to search video podcasting here on YouTube to see if we can find any Think Media videos. Well, there's our friend Pat. Yep, we got Pat on there. We got here's a Think Media video on podcast. There's Heather on video podcasting. There's Omar showing us the video podcasting studio. And so I think Omar has 10, 20 videos all ranked on YouTube if you want to learn a little bit more on video podcasting. This is a major trend to think about this year. And Omar, why do you think video podcasting offers so much opportunity for those listening to today's broadcast?
I think the opportunity is the opportunity to go deeper. Podcasts typically are a little bit longer form, and not necessarily have to be an hour, but definitely could be somewhere along the lines of 9 to 35, 45 minutes. Here at the Think Media Podcast, we like to keep it at around 25 minutes. But I think the opportunity is for people who find themselves busy. Like if you're an entrepreneur, or if you have a side hustle, or you have a full-time job and you want to start something new, here's what's so cool about video podcasting that I have found. It is a content format that allows you to syndicate it 10 plus different ways. And let me paint this picture real quick. If you sit down and you conduct a video podcast, let's say an interview with somebody, and you could sit down and you could do it over online, or you can do it in person. But now you have this, 10-minute conversation. What's so cool about that is that 10-minute conversation now gets exported as an audio and a video. So now you have two files. One goes on YouTube. The audio file goes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Now what you can do is take moments from that podcast interview and upload those short, videos, 15 seconds to up to 60 seconds, and now distribute those clips onto TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. And in one sitting, you allowed yourself to spread out all this amount of content, and all you had to do was, sit down once and focus on that video. And I think this is kind of one of the best ways to get started, because it's probably the best use of your time if you're busy. I've seen people do this in the form of live streaming. They start a live stream video podcast show, and then from that live stream, it's up, it's live. You take the audio, and then you cut out little portions. And I know you've probably seen these, videos on these platforms of people sitting down talking into a mic, and it's just a portion of that podcast. And so it's really crazy, the opportunity, because people are discovering podcasts. You probably discovered the podcast you listen to audibly, probably on YouTube or even on Instagram and TikTok now, because you saw the video side of it. And then you're like, okay, I'm an audio listener. So then you hop on the audio, then you go work out and listen to that podcast. But you discovered that podcast on a social media platform or YouTube. So I think the opportunity is in the time saving, but then the discoverability of what your podcast and how your podcast could be found.
Yeah, so powerful. And ultimately, video podcasting is a major trend that we recommend paying attention to this year. But we do have a bonus trend for you in just a second. Wherever you're listening or watching to this, if you've been getting value so far, though, can you smash the like button? And let us know if you have a question related to online video this year. We probably have time for one or two. But before we get to trend number 6, I do want to remind you that there are limited seats remaining for Grow with Video Live. Online, we'll be able to accommodate you, but in person, we definitely want to let you know about it. Check this video out, and we'll be right back with trend number 6. Have you heard the most recent YouTube statistics? Right now, being a content creator is the fastest growing small business. YouTube paid creators over $14 billion in the last year from AdSense alone.
Wow.
YouTube generated more revenue than Netflix in 2020, and Forbes said that by year end, the creator economy is going to experience 5x growth in the next 12 months. So how can you take advantage of this opportunity to start making money with your YouTube channel and even going full-time working from home? We'll show you how at Grow with Video Live 2022 conference. Just go to growwithvideolive.com or click the link in this post or in the description to secure your limited time discounted ticket. If you want to learn the best new strategies for getting views on YouTube, making money online, and crushing it on social media, then don't miss this life-changing event. During this 2-day event, you'll learn exactly how to grow and monetize an online business using video. You're going to learn directly from proven industry experts like Gary Vaynerchuk, Patrick Bet-David, Vanessa Lau, Pat Flynn, Shalene Johnson, and more. You'll meet hundreds of other creative entrepreneurs just like you and connect with leading brands in our industry. Join us in person in Las Vegas or virtually from anywhere in the world. Secure your ticket at growwithvideolive.com and take the fast track to dominating the next decade with YouTube and social media marketing. Go to growwithvideolive.com or click the link in this post or in the description to secure your limited time discounted ticket right now. And on top of that, if you want to grab an even bigger discount, added an additional 5% off. At this time, there's still early bird ticket prices, so you can get an additional 5% off using the promo code GWVL show. I want to thank you so much for being a part of the show today. But before we get to our 6th and bonus trend, wanted to answer a couple questions here. Is the term vodcasting in yet? I have heard the term. I don't think it's being widely used, but that would be an abbreviated way of saying video podcasting. And Jessica has a great question. Should I do a video podcasting on the same channel as I do long form? What is your take on that, Omar?
I mean, I think a lot of it just comes with your choice in regards to how you're showing up for your community. I'd say you can, like if you plan on showing up, whether that's every first Friday of the month, you drop a video podcast on your channel, sweet, like maybe it's once a week. But I think it's all about like your decision to show up consistently with it. I don't think it's all that helpful if you're just, here and there, you're popping in and then 3 months goes by. And so I would say 100%. That's the cool thing about content, and that's the cool thing about marketing, is that you're testing. And so test it out, see how it works out, see if people resonate with it after a couple episodes. And if they don't, just you pull it back, and you could still shoot those video podcasts and then just take portions of it and maybe upload it. But I think everything comes down to experimentation, and you should totally try it out.
100%. I want to thank Fireside Chat for the super chat today. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you and grateful that we have been able to help you grow your audience and your views. Explore with Andy was wondering if shorts will be monetized to the same level as long form. I don't think it'll be the same level. What they have is they have a shorts creator fund. Out of 7.5 million views on a short that we got, we earned around $100. And if we get that many views on on normal videos, we earn thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But that, Explore with Andy, does not mean that shorts are not valuable. Shorts are definitely a reach and awareness and a meet new people play because the algorithm is so favorable to them. But it's also something to be careful with because certain types of audiences like different types of content. There's no doubt about it. Long form, high value content is a lot more lucrative when it comes to monetization. Of course, we'll be unpacking those kinds of things more. Fireside Chat says, wait, you guys are having an event in Vegas. Take my money. I appreciate it. We'd love to have you out. In fact, if you've got questions, I've got another, we're going to get to Trend 6, but I've got another event that I need to get to inside of one of our groups in just a second. So I want to encourage you, when you go to growwithvideolive.com, you're going to see different ticket levels. And at the VIP level, we have 2 days where we have lunch and Q&A with the Think team and some of our guest speakers. So if you really would want to get into a place where you have another level of access, that's available to you. If you're a little bit further along in your business and you have more momentum, you already are have a lot of my momentum financially, we have a much kind of higher level business mastermind level that adds a whole third day, and it's called our Platinum Experience. So all of those details are at growwithvideolive.com. But again, you can take 5% off of any ticket or virtual, which we've made very affordable. You're going to want to get that virtual ticket before the price goes up and the early bird discount is over. Growth Video Live at the time of live streaming this, recording this, is about 60 days away. So definitely snag an extra 5% off using the promo code. And you can check out links in the description or the Facebook post, as well as all of these details as well and in the comments. But we need to get to trend number 6. And it is this: smart creators are creating smart systems. Why is this a trend? Why is this one of the huge online video trends? Maybe because you're saying, Sean, I'm a little overwhelmed. Sean, how is it possible to literally publish my content on LinkedIn and TikTok and Instagram and YouTube while at the same time I'm trying to do this as a side hustle? Even if you're a full-time business owner or even a full-time content creator already, you probably feel a sense of overwhelm with all of the different things to do. And so one of the trends that we've been noticing is that among the content creators that are flourishing in a 2022 environment is that they are feeling the demand to create smart systems. Ultimately, we do not rise to our goals, we fall to our systems. Meaning we can set goals like I want to dominate video, but if you don't have strong systems, so what does that mean? It means tools, it means workflows, it means batching, it means starting to figure out your time management, your energy management. It means understanding where is your time best spent in each season. It means systems for generating revenue so you can reinvest that revenue into team members and into services that could help you with video editing or repurposing your content. Because the only way to really dominate video in this environment is eventually you can't do it alone. And that means that robots are going to be helping you, software. That means that potentially very affordable services are going to be helping you. I mean, it could be something like Repurpose House or Fiverr or VidChops or things like that. Or it means that you're also building out eventually the skill of hiring and leadership or collaboration. And so a huge trend when it comes to dominating the first 5 trends we've identified is that you got to create a system for this. And I want to encourage you just simply being here on the Grow With Video Live show and asking this question, I hope has added massive value to you, that you would be thinking about today, be thinking about tonight, be thinking about for the rest of this week as you're laying in bed, dreaming about your online video battle plan, that you'd be thinking about also, man, what are the smart systems that I need to create? And I encourage you to go do that and crush it. But if you would say I want help, that's really the heart behind our event Grow With Video Live. Literally the best of the best who've made the mistakes, who've had to figure it out, I tried that software, it wasn't good. You don't want to use that. The kind of networking that's going to be happening in the room, the kind of collaboration that's going to be happening. This is also, we're not just here to teach at our event Grow With Video Live. We're here to learn. And I have never seen a speaker lineup quite like this one that we are seeing come together for Grow With Video Live. And we're excited to learn their systems. What are the latest, tools you're using? What are the latest tactics you're using? I just had a little meeting with one of our speakers before this for 30 minutes. I took a page of notes, and it's going to influence what I'm doing tomorrow as I'm creating some vertical videos. So if you want access to some of that, just heads up. We're here to serve you at either a virtual level or an in-person level. You can see all of the details at growwithvideolive.com. And just for the Grow With Video Live show, we're here weekly counting down to the event, Grow With Video Live show. You can hit the like button. We'll be answering more questions, bringing on some special guests here to help you and serve you on the journey, but also to remind you that you're not going to want to miss literally this historic event. I have never seen this speaker lineup with Gary Vaynerchuk, Patrick Bet-David, Pat Flynn. I mean, we can't even fit everybody here on the banner. I mean, we're doing our best to keep up with all the speakers that are coming. And so I'm fired up, and I hope that you can join us either in person or online, growwithvideolive.com. If you want to go to the next level right now and you want more to watch, click or tap the screen to learn all about the YouTube domination framework. I want you to see this. And so click or tap the screen to watch that video right here on YouTube. My name is Sean Cannell from Think Media and the founder of Grow With Video Live. I can't wait to see you in the next Grow With Video Live show. Until then, keep crushing it, keep smashing it. Hit like if you got value today, and we will talk soon.